Hi everyone, back today with another video. I took a bit of a break for a couple of days there. So if you're wondering why there's been a weird break in between videos, it's because I went away. So I'm back now, and I'm going to get to your comments as soon as possible. So today's video is just about the Waxy Glob Farm. There was a couple of things I wanted to clarify about that, and I found a couple of ways to make the Gold Farm more efficient. So I just wanted to talk about that. So you've heard me talk about this before, and do it in war mode if you can. If you're on a server that's friendly enough to let you get away with that, do it in war mode, because the things you get from the war mode treasure chests can be exchanged for gold, and there's a quest you can get that counts while you're collecting these waxy globs. So you probably just see me at the vendor, the honor vendor, and the blood vendor. So basically, when you open these war mode boxes, you get honor, conquest, and the blood tokens, the bloody tokens. So the honor you want to save up because you want to buy either the bloodstone or the recipes with those and list them on the auction house. But the other two are just, if you're not a PvP player, they're just kind of sitting in your bags, doing not very much at all. But you can buy the gear from the vendor and disenchant it. So I'm not sure if honor and I'm not sure if the bloody tokens and the conquest are warbound, whether or not you can trade them. I only have the one character. A lot of people keep asking me about that. I have one level 80 character and I only play on Ever Healer. I was giving a major go at one point and I got to level 72 and I just went back to playing my priest. So just for anybody who has questions about that, I don't have an alt army. I don't pay for my subscription that way. I have a single character that I play and I just do things that way. So I don't know if those tokens are warbound. So let me know in the comments if they are, because that could be helpful for other people. What I do is the tokens, I buy the things, and you can see that back in the beginning, I bought some of the more expensive ones. And I'm going to do that initially because I want the transmog just while I'm there. So I could probably make more gold if I just bought the ones for 525 gold, 525 conquest and 525 bloody tokens. If I just bought the cheaper ones, I'd probably get a lot more. You can see when I disenchant them, I get the refulgent crystal. And I am almost maxed out in the disenchanting the purples, so I am getting pretty good stuff. Like getting the golds and the silvers is really worthwhile. You've seen that I got a bronze one, which isn't great, but it's more often I'm getting the gold and the silver. So I just wanted to share that with you. It's a good way to make gold. I'm using it to do my enchants when my concentration goes up each week. Like when it reaches 1,000, I make a bunch of max level enchants and sell them on the auction house. And while those are selling, you've probably seen my other videos, while those are selling, I list the lower level enchants, try to be the front of the line for those while those bigger, higher priced items are selling. And I'll release a video explaining that later. I also wanted to point out that a couple of people have said I should use the inky black potion that you get from the Dark Moon Fair while I'm doing this farm. And I did use it this time, and it does make those purple things stand out a lot better. I did find it was hard to see my screen, but I am playing in a bright room. My office has a really big window next to the desk, which probably wasn't the best position for such a dark screen for me. But I did find that it did help me find the purple things, the piles of dirt, much faster. When you're doing this, you can also get your knowledge points, the two that you can get for just doing world things each week. I've got enchanting and tailoring, so I got two lots there while picking that up. I also completed the quest, the PvP quest, and I got to hand that in for more honor, conquest, and the bloody tokens, which let me have more things I could disenchant. And I am getting closer to being able to buy some of those patterns with honor, which I think will definitely see a spike in season 2. I think. As everybody wants the higher level things, there'll be more crafters out there wanting to have access to that pattern and not realizing it's actually pretty easy to farm those. So I got the inky black potion from the Dark Moon Fair. It cost me 3 gold a potion, and they last for 2 hours. And I bought way more than I needed because I wanted to see if it was something you could sell on the auction house for a profit. And I've been playing with it. I listed some at 6 gold, which is double. So double what I paid. And they did sell. They sold really fast, probably too fast. I maybe should have listed them for more gold. But they did sell, which is double the profit for what I paid for them, at least initially. There were 3 gold and something from the Dark Moon Fair. So I don't think you can get rich off it. To be honest, I don't think there's a way to get, full goblin status doing that. But I think if you're at the vendor buying some for yourself, grab a couple of extra and just hold on to them and list them on the auction house in a little bit. You'll see that I'm still holding on to my fire waters from the previous video because I'm waiting for the price to go back up to 290 gold per vial. And it does that quite regularly on my server in between. I know a couple of people mentioned that doesn't happen for them, and that's really sucky for you guys. It's a shame it doesn't spike the way it does on my server. But for other people who don't know if it does, just check it out and see whether it does sell half during the fair and then half later. Just see if it spikes on your server, because it definitely is on mine. And I'll record a video when I do list it and put it up as just a short for people, so you can see I am selling it for that price. So I just did 20 minutes of this farm. I didn't do a big one. I was lucky enough to get the treasure box, the Warmode treasure box, twice, just while I was there. Not specifically farming it, but I'm not going to ignore it while it's there. That would be silly. Sometimes you get some really good, expensive things from there. Not always, but it can drop those stones and the patterns. And why not? I'm already there farming gold anyway. So I did this for 20 minutes. I made 4,325 raw gold. That's just the stuff I listed on the auction house afterwards, and I will show you that I do that at the end. I hold on to the tailoring and enchanting stuff just because I am a tailor and enchanter, and I can flip those things for more gold later. So I am holding on to those things, but I listed everything else on the auction house. I am holding on to the waxy globs. I'm not handing those in. So you get one vela for every waxy glob, and you hand in 5 at a time. So you get 5 for every 5 you hand in, and you can swap those for boxes from the little things in ringing deeps from the little kobolds. So I could have made more gold if I'd gone and exchanged those. I probably could have got 2 boxes, which is about 1,800 gold per box. So I probably could have swapped those, but I'm holding those because I want to turn them in for Valor at the beginning of Season 2. I want to get a good big boost at the beginning of Season 2 with that Valor, and it's a good way to hold on to it. So assuming they don't nerf it, and I can't see anything at the moment that says they will, but sometimes Blizzard just does what Blizzard does. I'm holding on to them for that in hopes that I can use it to get a big boost of Valor right at the very beginning of Season 2. I'm quite often Valor capped because I do this, so I'm not too stressed if it doesn't work, but I'm pretty confident that it. I actually made quite a lot of gold today, so this is the first time I've let my enchanter get capped on concentration. So I came back and found that I was at 1,000, and I made a bunch of the Oathsworn and Winged Grace enchants, the gold level ones, and I made about 30,000 gold. I was able to sell those pretty quickly. It did take the enchant of Winged Grace is really competitive, just being first in the line. And I find when I list these things and go away, I sell less of them. And I wanted to sell all of them. And sometimes putting in a dedicated 10, 15 minutes to sell those things is really good. I just go make a coffee while I'm doing it, or I list other low level enchants. They don't make as much gold, but sometimes you get like 50 or 60 gold per enchant. And if you're there selling your big ticket items at the same time and relisting, you might as well sell those lower ones at the same time while you're waiting. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to our mini goblins. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, Brit Malaka, Hallowed by Their Game, and Heretic666. Your support really means a lot, and it really helps this channel, so thank you. If you're interested in becoming a mini goblin, check out the link below and you can see what other things you get for that. That's all for today's video, and as always, remember, girls don't play WoW.